Just like that, huh?
All right. Friends, neighbors, and robots of the future, welcome to the Bingo is Life podcast. Holy smokes. Live in person from Ruby's Arcade in the town. So nice they had to name it Thrice.
Wow.
Harrisonburg, Virginia. Joined, going left to right, by the fabulous Howdy Shell brothers, Christopher and Michael.
Hello.
Hello.
Over here, the employee of the month at Kmart for the last 27 years in a row, Dan Easley.
Hey, man, what's happening?
Yeah.
We've got two people from Court Square Theater here today. We have, on my right, Mom Shackles.
At Court Square Theater, when you'll hear your family.
we have two secret guests in the Silent Dave and Aaron chair.
Yes.
Going to bring them in shortly.
Exciting time.
How'd bingo go? Anybody won $100? $150?
$150 tonight,
Yeah.
and no.
But
No one won it.
I just want to double back. The girl who won, her last name was, her name was Sarah.
Sarah,
And
yeah.
Sarah goes, my friend won the $100 a couple weeks ago. So she came in with a desire to show her friend that
I
she
can do this too.
can
Right.
win.
Yeah.
And I
She
got it all
failed
on
at
videotape.
it. No, but it was valiant.
It was valiant. She did. She you know what though? In the crowd, awesome.
Can I also
So
give you
sweet.
just a little bingo philosophy? Now, this might sound rude, but we do need people to fail. I mean, people have to
That's right.
lose. That's what
right.
makes it count.
That's what
And
makes
it
it life.
stinks. It really stinks to watch someone lose at something like it. It really does. But
The
you know
light-
what? It makes it so much sweeter when they win.
That's true.
We're
the
talking
light
about the...
requires darkness.
There
Good
you go.
requires evil.
Thank you.
All these dichotomies in life.
That's
require-
exactly what it is.
Each extreme requires its opposite for its sheer existence.
Yeah.
To be the thing.
Did I hear you on the radio this morning?
There's a Kmart advertisement.
We're talking about the Bingo is Life live and in-person variety show every Tuesday night, 7:30.
Are we calling it a variety show now? Is that
What popped out of my
I see.
feeble
I
brain.
see.
It's a variety of games. It's a game show with variety. Variety game show, game variety.
Tonight we did feature the first game ever called "Is This Salad?"
Oh, that was fun.
yeah.
That was
That
fun.
was a good time.
Yeah.
Was it?
It turned out not to be salad.
It was gum.
Yeah, it was
All
gum
along.
all along.
Yeah, so we had one of the waitresses had found this green thing on the plate, and we were like, and from a distance, I said, "Get that salad off of there!" And then she goes to move it, and then come to find out, she's like,
Ah,
"It's gum!"
It's gum.
And so I took the picture, and so the first person who won, I said, "Is this salad or is this gum?" And
because
I should-
bingo games are everywhere in the universe. You just have to know when to find them.
That's right. That's right.
Let's talk about May 4th.
Yes, let's.
Yes.
Bring
Oh,
it.
we're done now. See,
Yeah.
Oh,
enough with your
oh.
salad nonsense, Chris.
It was a good time.
Well, we are sponsored by the fabulous
Oh,
Ruby's
yes, that's
Arcade, with has very fine cuisine. It
Thank
never
you,
has
Ruby.
Salad.
never has gum on it.
But
That's right,
They
right.
do have delicious salads.
They do.
Mixture of greens. There was
Pizzas.
some arugula in mine. I was real happy.
Lots of video games down here. All kinds of entertainment for the family if you want to come down.
Absolutely.
Arugula.
May 4th.
Arugula.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes, May the 4th.
I see posters all over the place from
Yeah.
the fabulous.
So if you like salad, this is May the 4th is going to be a tossed salad of art.
Tossed salad of art. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
flyers too.
Yeah.
They'll just be thrown in front of your face if you're not looking out for it.
Whoa!
So it's going to be art all day, free events, live demonstrations of art. There will be some projects that you can participate in, workshops.
right.
I really want to know about the mural.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's get to you guys first. Yeah, you guys are more important.
I know, but the mural.
I'm painting a thing. It's a mini mural. It's 4 foot by 4 foot, and you can come and put your stamp on it. I made some stamps, and you can put a stamp on the mural and be like, I put my stamp on some downtown art. So that's the thing. We have some lovely musicians playing at the end of the day, culminating the day with Dr. Howe.
That's
and
right,
The Reasons
that's
to Live
right.
At
Hey, we know
7:30.
those guys.
But right before Dr. Howe and the Reasons to Live go on stage, we have a very interesting performance called Three Fairies of the Wind. It is a commedia dell'arte and dance salad. It's a salad. Everything is a salad. And this salad has lots of leafy greens in it in the form of scarves and fans. And the person who is producing and performing in this piece is none other than the marvelous Dr. Dorothee Polanz, who not only teaches French and Commedia dell'arte and runs the pop-up downtown rabbit hole tea shop.
No,
Which, if you've
that's you?
encountered these tea shop pop-ups, it's incredible. She just creates magic wherever she goes, and I'm really happy to have Do on the show today.
All right, welcome aboard.
Hey, that's fantastic. We should also introduce JP.
And JP, no. JP
He's
is
right
here.
there.
JP Gulla from Court Square Theater is here for support.
Yay.
And, so we just had a little bit of a tech at the theater for Do's piece, and JP is running sound and lights and projections. So I just grabbed them and I was like, "Come, I will buy you pizza,
Oh,
and we will
I'm so
record your
glad.
voices."
I was here for the salad.
The salad, yes.
JP had a pizza.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hey, well, thanks so much for being here. And it's so awesome that we get to share the day together.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
You're gonna find a lot of glitter in the backstage.
Lots of glitter. Good. Is that a threat or that's not? We're okay, right?
It's a promise.
It's
Yeah.
a promise.
So, Do, would you tell us a little bit about Commedia dell'arte for those who are not familiar with the art form?
Sure, there is a 2 p.m. workshop, so you can come at 2 and see the mask collection. So we'll be doing a lecture and Q&A about Commedia dell'arte is just the basic for comedy. So any slapstick. So we're gonna teach a lot about this and perform some of that. And basically it's working with laser masks. So just going to bring my collection and we're going to improvise. A lot of it is impro, and I know you love that, right? So GP had us last year, and I don't know why he wants us again. I mean, don't ask me, but we're going to do this, and it's very good for me because it's almost mute, because as you can hear, I'm not, good for Shakespeare or anything like that.
You have a beautiful accent, and I'm very glad to have it.
Probably great
What
for
accent?
great for Moliere.
Exactly. So because I can't speak, I'm just going to do a lot of non-verbal stuff. So that's what I'm
Which
gonna
is great for a podcast,
Oh,
really.
yeah, it's fantastic.
When you say
She's nodding.
when you say we, who else is involved?
Who's we? Well, that's me, Smith, Wesson. Well, if you like Clint Eastwood, you get that Dirty Harry joke. But basically, it's gonna be me and my colleague from Sapasusaka's company, which means do or die. So we be together, just 2 person. And the audience is always a big partner because we do a lot of interaction. So you never know what to expect with
that's cool.
Sapasusaka's. But that's at 2. And at 5, we have a show that I wrote. I've been touring in Italy, France, and Costa Rica with it. So I'm super excited because, Big Daddy called.
Yes, that's right.
I got to be there. Like, Big Daddy's calling. So-
Listeners, if you are not aware, JP Gulla's stage name. I'm like, acronym, that's not the right word.
Alter
His
ego?
Alter
persona.
ego, yeah.
Nom
all
de
the wrong word.
plume.
Nom de guerre is Big Daddy. And,
Daddy.
Big Daddy called.
I love Big Daddy. I'm a big fan of what he does, with the show. He's amazing. He's fabulous. And I just okay, if he asks me, I will come out of, the secret, the rabbit hole and all that. And I did this. So I'm really excited, but I would not have done this without him.
yeah.
Oh, that's
We're glad
awesome.
that you came out of the rabbit hole for a little bit.
That's right. So it's kind of impromptu and improvised, but it's a mask performance. So all the dancing is with a mask. And interesting enough, we don't say dancing with a mask, but dancing the mask. Because you embody like a fairy, a creature that's non-human.
Oh,
So
Bring the
they're gonna
mask
be like
to
that.
life.
Yes, absolutely. It's active and non-active. So they're going to be that, dancing, music, and the comedy aspect is going to be done by a narrator. So there'll be a lot of things. It's for all ages. It's especially fun if you can bring your kids. I love to have kids in the audience. It's quite magical. So it's a fairy tale. Very simple to understand. I won't speak. It would be a proper English person speaking clearly. I just don't. I'm not going to speak. So yeah.
Well, the sneak peek that I saw earlier today was glorious.
Oh, no fair. You've seen some of this.
Yeah. It's because I work at Court Square.
Oh,
Theater.
that's right.
I get the behind.
they
the
got the
scenes of
trial
everything.
run tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
So, but the Doe's piece, if you like art, it just brings so many aspects of it together. She has gorgeous costuming. Her movement is incredible. She has some projections that she's incorporated into her piece, so there are paintings in the piece. Can you tell us a little bit about the art in the...
Absolutely, yeah. I wrote this play in Tuscany when I was in Italy, and it's usually a play I do at night, with a bonfire, and it's a very special, mysterious piece.
Bonfire in the Court Square? Or are we
Yeah.
thinking,
No, this is the first time in a theater. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Side note, fire is the only
Oh, yeah.
four-letter F word that you should not say in a theater.
oh, yeah, that's right.
You can, though, yell theater in a firehouse.
Yeah, all the time.
That's right. But this is, so I wrote this and... wait, what was the question again?
The art.
Oh, the painting, yeah, sorry, the painting. So basically, I'm going to publish the play, but I love the illustration because it's a tale. And I gave the task to an artist to do watercolor, and I told him the story. And without seeing the show, he did wonderful work. So there is 5 watercolor that's going to be projected because I don't have set, but we're using that. So there is a lot of visual. It's very, very visual, and it's a very cool story. I'm excited, and there is a lot of audience participation, as you know, right?
Yep. The audience. I can't talk either, so don't feel at all out of sorts. The audience gets to vote for their favorite fairy of the wind at the end of the piece.
Whoa. What's your favorite fairy of the wind?
Oh, me?
Do you have a favorite?
Well, this is difficult because I'm gonna reveal the show if I answer that
Oh,
question.
yeah.
So I think you have to come, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
all
what
right,
you
there it
gotta
is.
see,
That's
because
the
they're
tease.
very different, but
Yeah,
each
I'll
one
take
has
it.
a color
Mhm.
and a different emotions.
And different movement. You really the characters are embodied so beautifully with their costuming, with their movement. They're all distinct characters, and it's glorious.
Now, when you're talking about written work and also talking about improvisation, is it different every time?
Yes, absolutely. Which is funny because my main interpreter, my actor, Guy Spielman, my colleague from Georgetown University, coming from DC to be here in the Berg with us.
Boom.
That's
Nice.
exciting. He's coming. There is a fabulous actor. But it's like, okay, thank you for giving me your text, but I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to improvise. Like, okay, well, we'll see. But that's,
He took your script and just threw it.
Yeah,
at
Yes,
wow.
but that's
Writers
yeah.
love that.
Yeah. No, I actually do because it's like a canvas and you get the gist of it, but he has to make it his own. And I'm not, it's not Shakespeare, so you gotta, improvise, but it's a very different kind of improv. It's not by line, and it depends on the mood of the audience, who is like screaming something. So it's very interactive, but definitely there is improv, and so that's super exciting.
Cool.
Well, now, where did you study this art form?
When I train as a commedia character. I usually perform in drag, so male character. And this is a very masculine type of word. Mostly it's I train in Italy and in France, but all the time people were telling me, you have to be this type of character. And I was like, no, I want to be this one. And also the male character were much more interesting. So I perform and train as the Arlecchino, which is the shifter, the mischievous servant. And fun notes, if you like Suicide Squad and all those movies, Harlequin come from Arlecchino. That's that character. So Dr. Harlequin is the mischievous shapeshifter. So
What?
exactly.
Trivia.
That's all in the
Ooh.
Commedia dell'arte world. So everything we know about comedy comes from 16th century Italy. So Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Monty Python, Key and
Yep.
Peele. This is all already set in there. So.
Did you get any pushback for wanting to play a part other than your...
Tons.
Even in this day and age in Europe?
Oh yeah, big time. It's very sexist. It is, a lot of people who say, well, because you're tall and lean, that's you got to be a female lover. And they're very boring characters. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that at all. I want to be, I want to move around. And Arlecchino is actually very short. You got to be very acrobatic. But I like a challenge. And, I train as a female Arlecchino, which there is not many of those. And I'm excited to bring Arlecchino to the stage and show what he does. Yes.
Oh, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is so great. When I read, so I knew nothing about what was
right.
happening right before we were playing, and I saw, 3 Fairies of the Wind there, and I thought, 3 Fairies of the Wind, that sounds cool. that has a great it's a great little swing to it. And so I knew nothing, and I am so excited now, especially so my wife, she always says, "Oh, you need more interesting people in your podcast." So Mariana,
Sorry, Jay.
we did it. We finally nailed it. I think we have. You're easily one of the more interesting people we've had on here. It's fantastic.
Plus, she's not a 65-year-old white man.
Oh, well, that's true
That's
too.
right. That's right. Oh man! Yay! So there's a. If you haven't already caught on, the entire day is full of activities.
That's right.
JP, can you give us a little snapshot of the day?
A snapshot?
A little
I can do
snapshot.
that.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
we have a couple different locations. So there's Court Square Theater, and then we have the Marketplace, which is outside Court Square Theater, like that whole breezeway there.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Smith House, which is where the Arts Council is, our main office is. And then we have outside there. So there's a number of galleries. There's also a number of different activities you can do. So here at the Smith House, for example, right across the street from where we are, is chalk art. You can do chalk art in the morning if you want to. The JMU Artsmobile is going to be there. We have a gallery. We have music inside and outside. And then at the Marketplace, there's going to be activities and demonstrations, as well as face painting and a mosaic project that's going to be great. And Mum Shackles is taking the lead on that. She can maybe talk a little bit about that. She's made a beautiful mural so far, and people are going to be adding their own special touch to it. And then inside the theater, we've got a documentary that starts with Frida Kahlo in the morning. And then we've got workshops and a whole bunch of those. And then we have a dance troupe that's doing some dance movement, Arte Movimento. They're great. And then we've got a panel discussion that talks about the art impact on the social and economical impact in our city, which is important. And then, of course, 3 Fairies, which we've been talking about with the wind. And then, I don't know, some band, Dr. Hal Louisa Salib is going to be closing it out as like our spotlight. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, tell me about these puppets.
yeah.
I'm seeing you with puppets.
Yeah,
Playtime
you
with
like that
puppets.
picture there?
Yeah, I
Me in the
do. I
middle of
like
them,
that
yeah.
picture.
JP's bringing his puppet
I'm
collection
bringing
out of the closet.
so I can't bring all of them, right? So I'm going to bring some puppets that are hand puppets that people can just kind of create their own little puppet show, right? I mean, we all love puppet shows,
do.
don't we?
Yeah.
And they're all pirate puppets, pirates and dragons and a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
And this is kid friendly, but it's also adult. Hey, this is all ages.
Yeah.
I can see you with a puppet on your hand.
Oh, yeah.
100% want a puppet.
It's a good
I
day
love
to
the
come
Muppets,
play.
but yeah, it's a good day to play. So this is a lot of activity. I'm not counting, but how many different people are involved in this day? Would we say 100? Is that crazy?
Maybe a little bit too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
too much.
Maybe
50.
It
I would
takes
say
a
around 50.
small village.
So there's 50
does.
different artists doing things. That's awesome.
Throughout
Yeah.
the entire day.
Throughout the
Yeah.
entire day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We have Barbara Camp from Oasis Art Gallery. She does
she's gonna be doing a
mosaics
mosaic
out of
project.
glass tiles, glass pieces, and she sent us a picture of it today. So it's a piece that she's done the foreground. It's ducks because we love some ducks in Harrisonburg.
We do.
Some very adorable ducks, and
Yeah.
then folks can come and help contribute to the background of the piece. So she's got all sorts of glass
You need
tiles.
to talk about your piece though, your mural.
I don't want to take over everything. But anyway, yeah. So I painted this mural.
It's got ants on it.
It does have. So
It does.
it's about.
I want to know about the stamps. Tell me about my
Yeah.
stamp.
She
It's so-
created some too.
What's a
She made
stamp?
some
How does
stamps.
Talk,
stamps
man.
work? No.
Interrupting the answer with questions.
Do you want to know about it?
Yeah.
You guys want to know about it? So I was thinking, what's going to be blooming? Because I like plants. I think about flowers and stuff. So I painted. So what's going to be blooming this coming weekend? Peonies. Peonies are popping right
yeah.
now. They're all about to burst. And
Ants.
Yeah. Yes. So. This is ants have peonies and ants have a symbiotic relationship, and it always bothered me that there were ants on my peonies. I would be working. I know. Yeah, you guys are just like she said peonies. Okay, but just bear with me because I'm going to say it a couple more times.
All right.
So you can laugh as much as you need
Okay,
to.
gotcha.
I'm not going to ask you to hold in a laugh. I would
Gotcha.
never do that. Oh, I see you going, Mike. Mike's
We're
holding
good,
it
we're
in.
good.
He's starting to break a sweat. Peonies.
It was the ants in the pants.
Yeah.
Ants in the
yeah,
pants.
yeah.
So, but yeah, they have a symbiotic relationship, and the ants keep off the other pests that would damage the peonies. They hang out on the buds. Once the flowers have opened, they're like, I'm done. But it's always bothered me. And then I found out about this symbiotic relationship and how it's okay to have ants on your peonies. And I thought, kids love bugs, I guess. So
They do.
So I've got these
Yeah, it's
beautiful
true.
peonies
Yeah.
at the top of the painting, and then as your eye comes down, there are ants on the peonies that haven't popped yet, and then we come down into the foreground at the base of the flower of the bush, and the ants have gotten bigger, and so that's kind of where I'm gonna ask people to contribute their own stamps. I've got stamps of flowers and bugs. I've carved some of ants. You got to push really hard on them, but. Hopefully someone will figure it out. JP was really good at stamping the ants.
Oh, well, that's
so, but you can come in.
Stamper.
JP's real good at stamping. So if you're having trouble with your ant stamp, come find Big Daddy. He'll be there all day.
So it's this is interactive as well. Then I
Yes,
mean, it sounds
yes.
like the whole thing is very interactive.
Yes, that's the goal: is to make art exciting and accessible to people. So
Very cool.
yeah.
That's it. That's
And I
cool.
just have to say, none of this really would have come to pass without getting a lot of sponsorships. This is being being sponsored in part by and paid for in part by the Erland J. Miller Fund at the Community Foundation. We received a large grant for it, and
Sweet.
that really helped us to do this, to make it accessible and free for the community.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other piece that makes sure that we're saying everything that you hear today that's happening on the 4th is free.
That's right.
And you don't have to just come, just show up and participate, have fun, or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's there, which I think is so. That's the crucial piece in my mind. That at least it's being offered without art or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So I'll briefly say also, I'm very excited about our little bit of the
Very
of
excited.
the
Super
evening.
excited about
We,
you.
I prepared the story. We've been practicing so hard.
We have been practicing.
We have friends coming from out of town.
That's right.
I'm so excited. We have a nice little Richmond group that's coming
right.
up.
Hi, Chad.
Yeah. Hey, Julia.
They came
what-
from Richmond to be enriched.
Yeah, that was cute.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We accept.
I'm sorry, Chad.
And this is going to be, you're going to be talking about your songs this time, right?
That's right. So
That's
we're gonna,
the interesting thing. Chris usually talks during the shows, regardless.
Yeah.
But this time, it's actually going to be about our songs.
I'm not just going to talk about heartbreak and love. I'm going to talk about heartbreak and love according to the song that is being written.
Yeah, it really does feel like a full band effort, which is very cool. And everybody in the band has something to contribute. And it really ought to be interesting. It's a different kind of show for us,
Absolutely.
but I'm super excited. In fact, I don't think I've been as excited about one of our shows in a long time.
Yeah,
Aw.
I always look forward to our shows, but this one I just think could be really, really cool.
Yeah, our friend Christian Parrott, who's just one of our songwriters, he's got some really cool, funky old lamps and a rug, and we've all decided we're going to bring something to the stage. I'm bringing my daughter's ceramic dog.
That's what was up with that dog on your post.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're all trying to bring something that is like a bit of us to the stage.
I'm hoping to bring some of the artwork we used in our other production at Court Square Theater, the girl who
Girl
died
Died.
mysteriously.
Awesome.
Nice.
And so we're just trying to make the, part of the whole thing is making it your space. And making it comfortable and making it feel like it's just something special. We don't get to play the theater very often,
Exactly.
so it's super awesome. Thank you, JP, for inviting us. And but I mean, in the end, I compare it to when you're in Waynesboro and you want to play the Foundry. That's how I see it. I see it as like, oh man,
Yeah.
the Foundry's this great gig. It's great,
Right.
And the Court Square has that same potential in my mind of a place where it's like, hey man, I get a chance to try to put butts in the seats and have a good time with my friends and family, and that's what we're gonna do.
We certainly are.
I saw Dr. Howe at the Black Run cleanup party. close to Sagebird, it's not just music; it's a whole show. They play for freaking 3 hours. And it was incredible because talking about comedy, there was just tidbits and live pieces. It was just super funny too, and they play also the Stones and a couple of other stuff. Like everybody was jamming and dancing, but it's very interactive.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
It's
Thank
not
you.
just a concert; it's also very funny and very interactive.
Unbridled enthusiasm is how I like to look at it.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's just something different. I love that we have the opportunity to do it. So it's gonna be fun.
I think we've made it through the evening here, folks.
Yay.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much, Doe.
Yeah.
That was lovely to hear about your show, and I'm so excited. Three Fairies.
Dr. Doe, is that the
Dr. Doe.
Doe, JP?
I have to ask one quick question though. Okay, so did you name your tea shop the Downtown Rabbit Hole because, or in any relation to the fact that the nickname Doe is also the word for a female rabbit?
It is.
Okay.
So you're one of the few people, perhaps 300 in the world, that know that.
Yeah. There's 300
Nice.
of us. We're part of a conspiracy.
It's a
cabal.
it's a cult. It's not famous, but a doe is a female rabbit. But no, it's because I could not pronounce my name in English. So when I first came to the US, and my name was Dorothée in French, and I came and it's like Dorothy. So I was like, okay, the Wizard of Oz, and then I said, okay, it's not working. So I say, okay, Doe, and it's like Joe. It's like, no, Doe, D-O-E, and I had to spell it every single time, and it's like, oh, Joe, Doe, a female.
Doe, a female rabbit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, are the speaking of the music in the background, are
I'm
we
sure
hearing,
it
are we
is,
hearing
yes.
that
Yes,
now?
there it is. I can hear it.
Thanks
now.
so much, Doe, JP, Mom Shackles, Dan Easley, Michael, and Chris.
And Jay.
And Jay. And we'll see you next time. Join us every Tuesday night, 7:30 for Bingo is Life, live and in person, and you can hear the podcast anytime you want to on the internet. So see you next time, kids.
Peonies.
Bingo is Life, a post-bingo Harrisonburg podcast, is brought to you by the Brothers How to Show and our friends at Ruby's Arcade in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you've enjoyed the show and feel it's worth spreading a little joy in this world, please tell just one person that you like this podcast. Word of mouth, more than any other form of promotion, is how creative works get noticed and sustain themselves. Thank you, Andrew Hickey, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you, listeners, for being part of the fun.